Ils ont foulé le tapis rouge,
They were
recevant des
rich,
flashs
famous,
éblouissants
and
et des
adored by
applaudissements
millions.
admiratifs.
But behind the red carpets
Pourtant,
and flashing
derrière ce
cameras,
rideau de
these
gloire se
stars
cachait une
faced one of
vérité qui a
life's,
surpris le monde entier. Ils
from
sont devenus
teenage
parents
pregnancies
alors
to
qu'ils
seek's
n'étaient encore
biggest
que des
challenges.
adolescents.
So what
Ce ne sont
happens
pas
when
des rôles au
Hollywood
cinéma,
dreams
ni des
collide with
chansons en
diapers?
tête des hit
These
parades,
stories will
mais les
surprise
moments
you.
où ils ont été
Grit
confrontés
children
aux
and
couches
tabloid
et aux
scandals
biberons, aux
far
angoisses
earlier than
existentielles
expected.
et aux regards de jugement
Parenthood.
qui ont forgé
Their
leur
journeys were
véritable
anything but
identité.
ordinary. Oprah
Le plus
Winfrey
étonnant
was a
fut qu'au lieu
scared
d'abandonner, ils
14-year-old
ont
girl
transformé
hiding a
l'adversité en
pregnancy.
force. Et
The
l'histoire
story
qui
sounds,
débute
now
son
I am
parcours fait de
officially a
larmes et
bad
de
girl growing up in
détermination,
poverty
et
and
celle d'un nom
pain.
que presque le monde
Oprah's
entier
childhood was a
connaît.
landscape
Oprah
of
Winfrey.
trauma.
Oprah
Oprah Winfrey, the
le
secret she
secret de
carried
son
alone.
adolescence. Avant
Long
de devenir
before
la
she
reine
became
de la
the most
télévision,
powerful woman on
Oprah
television,
Winfrey était une
before
jeune
the
fille de
billions,
14 ans
before
qui
the
est
book
tombée
clubs,
enceinte
before
après
the
des années de
tears that
pauvreté
moved
et
the
de
world,
violence.
the baby was
Son
born
enfant n'a pas
prematurely
survécu,
and died
laissant à
shortly after
Oprah une
birth.
blessure profonde qu'elle a
Liberated
cachée
her.
pendant des décennies.
It was the greatest relief
Lorsque
of
le
my
secret a
life,
été
she
révélé par
said
des
later.
proches et dévoilé
And
dans
I
les
found
journaux,
out the people
elle a
who
cru
loved.
que
In
tout s'effondrait.
2007, she opened the Oprah Winfrey
Pourtant,
Leadership Academy for
étonnamment,
Girls in
cette
South
vérité
Africa.
a apporté
Her
la
voice,
libération à
once
Oprah.
silenced,
Elle a assumé
Oprah's
son
greatest
passé,
fear
a
had come
surmonté
true.
la douleur et
The
l'a
secret was
transformée
out.
en une force pour avancer.
But here's the twist.
Oprah n'a pas eu
She
d'autres
tried to
enfants
hide it.
biologiques, mais
She
elle
wore
est
baggy
devenue la
clothes.
mère
She
spirituelle
avoided
de
mirrors.
millions de téléspectateurs
I remember
grâce à ses
thinking
émissions,
she
ses
once
histoires
shared,
et les écoles
"Loved me,
qu'elle a
still
fondées pour
loved
les
me."
filles. Elle a
She
prouvé
never
que
had another
descendre d'une
child,
tragédie peut
but
naître
she
un feu
became a mother.
extraordinaire,
Oprah never
capable
even
d'illuminer
named
le
him.
monde entier.
She buried
Aretha
Soul
Franklin,
Queen,
la mère de
child
12
mother.
ans, et son chemin vers la légende.
Before she became the Queen of
Avant que le
Soul,
monde ne la
before the
connaisse comme la
Grammys,
reine de
the
la
global
soul,
tours,
Aretha
and the
Franklin
unforgettable
était une jeune fille de tout juste 12 ans qui tenait son
RESPECT,
premier enfant dans ses
Aretha
bras.
Franklin was a
Au milieu
12-year-old
d'une
girl
enfance marquée
with a
par
baby in
l'église,
her
le
arms.
chant gospel et la dureté
Yes,
de la vie,
12.
la maternité à un si
Born
jeune âge
into a
semblait
world of
enterrer tous les
gospel and
rêves.
grit.
2
Not
ans
even
plus
old
tard,
enough to
Aretha
drive,
donna
but already
naissance à un
holding the
autre
weight
garçon,
of motherhood
et le
and
fardeau
destiny.
familial pesait de plus en plus
But if
lourd
you
sur
think
ses
that
jeunes
early
épaules.
start slowed her
Pourtant,
down,
sa voix
think
continua
again.
de retentir,
Aretha carried her
s'étendant
babies with one
progressivement
arm
au-delà
and
des
the
4
future
murs
of
de
soul
l'église
music.
et touchant
And
le
just 2
cœur
years
de
later,
millions de
another
personnes.
baby boy
Sans
arrived.
un début parfait,
All while her
elle grandit
career
dans
was
la
quiet
souffrance
and
et la
family with a voice that could shake
portant la peine de
churches
sa
and
jeunesse dans
silence
chaque
stadiums.
chanson.
All
Cette
4 of her
expérience
sons, she didn't
conféra à
just
sa
sing
voix la
about
force et la
respect, she
profondeur
earned it.
capable de faire trembler
A
les
reminder
églises
that
et de
legends
faire
aren't
taire
born in
d'immenses
perfect
stades.
circumstances. They're
Aretha
forged in.
Franklin
Aretha
prouva
gave
qu'aucune
birth to her first
circonstance ne peut
son,
éteindre le
Clarence,
talent
before
et la
she was even a
volonté.
teenager. His
Elle ne
father,
se contenta pas
and
de
yet,
chanter le
she
respect.
never let the
Elle
world
le
see
gagna
her
à
stumble.
travers les défis
She
les
just
plus
sang
difficiles
louder.
de sa vie.
Gara,
Sofia
the glam
Vergara,
mom at
de
19.
l'adolescente à la diva
Before she
hollywoodienne.
was strutting through our screens
Avant de
in Modern
briller sur les
Family with
écrans
that,
avec
Sophia
son
was
rôle
giving birth to her
humoristique dans
son,
Modern
Manolo.
Family,
His
Sofia
father,
Vergara a connu
her
un
high
début de
school
vie
sweetheart.
inattendu.
At flawless
À seulement
accent
19
and
ans,
comedic
alors que ses
timing,
pères cherchaient
Sophia
encore leur
Vergara,
chemin,
he once
elle est
joked
devenue
that
la
having
mère de son
Sophia
fils
as a
Manolo.
mother meant growing up with
Le
high
père de
heels
l'enfant
in the
était son
house
amour de
before you could.
lycée.
And let's be
Mais ce
real,
mariage rapide s'est rapidement
it's the
brisé,
kind of story that
laissant
makes you
Sophia seule
laugh,
face à ses
tear up a
responsabilités.
little, and maybe text your mom
Mais
just
au
to
lieu
say
d'abandonner,
thanks.
elle s'est
Plot
relevée
twist
fièrement.
incoming.
A été mère
Fast
tout en
forward to
poursuivant son rêve
2015,
artistique.
Manolo isn't just watching his mom get
Manolo a
married.
grandi
That's
dans les
right.
bras d'une mère
Sophia
radieuse
tied the
et
knot
a
with
raconté un
heartthrob
jour
actor
avec
Joe
fierté que son
Manganiello,
enfance
and
était
her
pleine
now
de
grown
talents
son
hauts
was
et
front
du
and
rire
center.
espiègle typique
Talk
de
about full
Sophia.
circle moments. What's
En
even juicier?
2015, le moment le plus
Sophia,
émouvant
then
s'est produit
42,
lorsque
wasn't
Manolo,
ruling out
désormais
baby number
adulte,
2.
a
Manolo
accompagné
isn't
sa
your
mère
average
lorsqu'elle a
celeb
épousé
kid.
l'acteur Joe
This guy
Manganiello.
grew up with one of the most
D'une
glamorous,
adolescente
sassy
mère
moms in
colombienne à une
showbiz.
diva hollywoodienne,
Was a teen mom
Sofia
in
Vergara
Colombia.
a écrit
Yes,
une histoire inspirante.
seriously. At just 19
Parfois, le
years
scénario
old,
de la vie n'est pas
filled,
parfait,
I told
mais la
Joe,
façon dont nous
if we're going to
improvisons
do
crée la
this,
légende.
we have to
Reese Witherspoon,
young love,
amour
young
précoce et
motherhood,
maternité
young
jeune.
motherhood.
Avant
Before
de
she
devenir
was
une
the
star
queen,
dans
before
Legally
she was the
Blonde
queen
ou
of
Sweet Home,
rom-coms,
Alabama,
the southern. She
Reese
met
Witherspoon
Ryan
a
Philippe
endossé
at
le
her
rôle de mère
21 St.
alors qu'elle
birthday
venait
party.
tout juste d'avoir 20 ans.
Sparks flew.
Elle a rencontré
Scripts rom-coms, The Southern Belle in Sweet Home Alabama, or The Firecracker Lawyer in Legal Cracker Lawyer in Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon was a 23-year-old newlywed, pregnant, in love, and about to rewrite the script. They starred in Cruel Intentions, Fell Hard, Fast, and Forever. By the time they walked down the aisle in 1999, Reese was already 6 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava, sharpened her. She once said, "I had a newborn, and I remember thinking, how am I going to do this?" But then I did. It was a quieter chapter about laundry symbols. Reese was navigating red carpets with a baby on her hip. Motherhood didn't slow her down, fast and forever or so, they thought. By the time they walked down the aisle, but then I did, and she kept doing it. She and Ryan welcomed their son, Deacon, in 2003. But by 2000, Reese once joked, "Sometimes I forget which one of us is the mom. Sheen, the wild man, the quiet dad." Charlie Sheen has been called a lot of things: rebel, bad boy, tiger blood enthusiast, sitcom king. But there's one title he rarely gets credit for: teen dad. Before the scandals, the 2.5 Men paycheck showed up. In 2014, Sheen sat down with David Letterman and casually dropped a bombshell. You're going to be you're a deep-cut fan? You probably didn't even know she exists. While the world was watching Sheen spiral on red carpets and reality shows, Cassandra was quietly growing up away from the chaos. Beneath the headlines and the Hollywood wreckage, Charlie Sheen was also doing something off-screen, being a dad. Because sometimes, the most surprising story isn't the one screaming in the headlines. It's the quiet one, unfolding in the background, where a wild man finds his footing in fatherhood, one diaper, and eventually one grandbaby. Spears, Zoe 101, and Baby Makes Two. Back in 2007, Jamie Lynn Spears was America's sweet object of teenage drama, suddenly became national news. Tabloids had a field day. Teen, starring in Zoe 101, flashing that signature Southern smile and walking the halls of Pacific Coast Academy. Then came a plot twist: no Nickelodeon off-again boyfriend. Their relationship, already the was. In 2008, she gave birth to Maddie Brianne Aldridge. And just like that, the girl next door became a girl. She packed up her life, moved to Nashville, and swapped fame for family. But the music bug didn't go away. Jamie Lynn was learning how to diaper a baby at 3 a.m. She later reflected, "Being a mom is hard." The father, Casey Aldridge, was her on again. Behind the headlines and the paparazzi flashes was a girl growing up faster than most, learning to love harder than most, and proving 16 and pregnant. The headlines exploded. Fans were stunned. And Nickelodeon, they gracefully backed. She married Jamie Watson, yes, same first name, and built a quieter Lil Wayne, a rap god with daddy duties. Before he was winning Grammys, rocking dreadlocks, and dropping punchlines like lyrical grenades, Lil Wayne was changing diapers with love, loyalty, and a little bit of bling. When Regina turned 16, let's be honest, Wayne didn't exactly fit the image of a traditional teenage dad. But he made it work in the most Lil Wayne way possible. Nicki Minaj performed live. 2 luxury cars were unveiled, a BMW and a Ferrari. Most kids get a cake. Regina got horsepower. She later gushed, "I'm daddy's little girl, and he showers me with..." But fame is a double-edged sword. In 2009, a cruel death hoax claimed Regina had died in a car accident, sparking panic online. Lil Wayne had to publicly shut it down, calling the rumors completely false, thanks to a dad who, despite his chaotic life, never lost sight of his biggest role, being a father. In 2011, yes, the self-proclaimed best rapper alive became a father at just 16, while his daughter, Regina Carter, a.k.a. Nay, arrived early in Oprah's greatest fear had come true. The secret was out. But here's the twist. Human family with a voice that could shake churches and silence stadiums. All 4 of her sons. Plot twist incoming. Fast forward to 2015, Manolo isn't just watching his mom get married. The time they walked down the aisle in 1999, Reese was already 6 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava. Sheen sat down with David Letterman and casually dropped a bombshell. You're going to be a... Yes, the self-proclaimed best rapper alive became a father at just